So I've sold over 1,000 books, but now that I have your attention and I just broke my book, so 1,001 books because I'm going to have to buy a new copy, I want to talk about failure. My failure. A really big, several of my failures. Because all of this comes after selling the 1,000 books. One of the things that really made life easy for me, made it so I could sell that many books, was one, deeply discounting it, and two, using a service called BookBub. Now, BookBub is an interesting service because by far it is the biggest newsletter for discount books with millions of users that look at the books and will potentially buy yours. However, because it is the largest by a huge margin and has a good success rate, it's very difficult to get a featured deal. So back in 2021, I started trying to get a BookBub deal. You know, I tried first time in December of 2021. I tried, these are two individual ones because you basically get to try as going just international or going just as domestic as the US, or trying to go for a free deal where you sell your book, well, for free and just basically give it away or at a discount. And then after only 2 attempts, I got lucky. In June of 2022, I was able to get one of these deals, and you can see, I'll show it right here. This is the details of it. So basically, I had to sell it. It cost me about $712. It started on June 24th and ended on July 1st, and I sold hundreds of books during this. I actually have a much more detailed book video on that though, so I'm not going to go into all of that and how successful it was, because we're talking about failure. What we're talking about are these. So I was so excited. I was like, wow, I got this quick. So I started reapplying, and you can apply after 6 months if you get selected. So immediately at 6 months, I submitted, and then I submitted again. And then I submitted some more. And if you notice, there's a whole lot of failure here. Or at the very least, a whole lot of not selected. So I figured, you know, I'm gonna try another book. I'm gonna try my other book here. And yeah, that one was also not selected. These are a mix of free requests and requests for discounted. As we keep going here, more not selected. All of these not selected. Still not selected. Not selected. Currently in review, but let's be honest, it's probably not gonna be selected. I submitted that today. The point is, out of 35 results, out of this many, I was chosen once. One time. That's all. That was a whole lot of failure in that sense, a whole lot of attempting to. And I want to share that with you because I think in this space, it's very easy to only see the wins of other authors, them getting on bestseller lists, them winning awards, them like blowing up on TikTok. And so I think it's important sometimes to show that even after a success, which to me, getting that BookBub, that one significant thing was a major, I cried. I straight up, I'm not lying, I cried when I got that, and I called my wife. I was like, can we even afford this? Because we really couldn't. We couldn't afford that $700 back then, but I thought it was such a huge thing that I thought it was worth it. And so it's one of those things that I just wanted to share, and not to discourage, because I'm not trying to discourage anyone. In fact, I'm trying to encourage you to just keep trying, because those 35 times I have not been chosen on there are 34 times that I was willing to try. And I promise you right here, right now, I'm gonna try another 34 and another 34 after that, because I want to keep trying to get my book out to the people that would potentially like to read it. There's no giving up here. You just keep going. When you the only real way, and this is gonna sound super freaking cliche, the only way you can fail is if you stop trying. So just keep trying, keep writing. You may not be at the point where you're trying to market your book. You may just be in the drafting stages. Just keep going, keep trying. Don't give up. If it's important to you, don't give up. And it's a rough area right now writing. There's like a whole lot of AI slop bullshit out there that's just like making it the waters even muddier than it was before. But just keep going, because in the end, we need your stories. Your stories may not be bestsellers, but they may be that really, really freaking important book to that one person who needs to read it. Keep going, keep trying, you got this. And I'm gonna keep submitting. Thank you so much for watching.